probably could have just walked up to him and been like, I see your account, can we talk about this? But, you know, it wouldn't be Gossip Girl if everyone did everything rationally. Hey there, it's Kristen, and today we're talking about the Gossip Girl Reboot Season 1, Episode 3. Constance Billiard is cracking down on who might be Gossip Girl, while Julian and Max discover that their dads are hiding big secrets. Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this episode of Gossip Girl, and how you're enjoying this season so far. So in this episode, Julian has kind of a lot going on. She's still trying to get past her breakup with Obi, she's trying to move forward, and she also learns that her dad is seeing someone and has been seeing someone secretly for a long time and she didn't know about it. This to me seemed like very chill drama, you know, like she could just talk to her dad, figure it out. Of course, they decide to go a little bit more of a dramatic route, but when it comes down to it, she ends up talking to her dad and everything's cool and she's actually gonna meet his girlfriend. And look at that, we have Elizabeth Lail from You making a guest appearance as Julian's dad's girlfriend, and maybe she'll become a recurring character because it seems like Julian wants to get to know her. And knowing that Penn Badgley played Dan Humphrey in the original Gossip Girl, and now seeing his former You co-star guest starring in the new Gossip Girl is just really full circle, especially since Dan and Joe are kind of cut from the same cloths, although Joe is a bit more extreme. And I think that Julian, from what I've seen so far, while she is very focused on her reputation and her image, she's also really good at like being the bigger person and moving on from things, and I respect that about her. You know, the fact that she moved on from the relationship with Obi and let him and Zoya be together, the fact that she is, you know, accepting of her father's new relationship, and it seems like she's ready to put her influencer status a little bit on the back burner, and maybe that's not as big of a focus for her. And I'm hoping that moving forward, we actually get to see her and Zoya interact a little bit more, because so far they've kind of had their own little secret sisterly moments, but we haven't actually got to see them like hang out and be together, and isn't that the whole purpose of even bringing Zoya to this school, right? So I'm hoping we get to see their relationship be explored a bit more. Let's get into Max's issues with his dads, which I thought actually really humanized him a lot, because I feel like in the last like few episodes he's really just been like sex crazed and like trying to stalk this teacher, and I thought in this episode we really got to see another side of him as he tries to deal with his dads kind of going through their own marital issues. Again, goes down a dramatic route that maybe he didn't need to go down by convincing Aki to make a fake profile on a Grindr-esque dating site under their teacher Rafa's name so that he can figure out what's going on with his dad, who's also on the site. Probably could have just walked up to him and been like, I see your account, can we talk about this? But, you know, it wouldn't be Gossip Girl if everyone did everything rationally. So it causes a bit of a stir, but I really enjoyed the story of, you know, kind of seeing his dad's dealing with their relationship and the feminine and masculine identities that they each have, and that message of just like being yourself. Although I will say, I think this episode ends in a weird place for Max, where he's staying at the teacher Rafa's apartment. It's really inappropriate, and I feel like, you know, they're just continuing to hint at something going to happen between them, and I kind of just want them to move past that storyline because it's creepy. And also with Max, he's kind of done with all the lies and finally reveals the truth to both Aki and Audrey about the two of them being interested in him. You can really see how far Gossip Girl has gotten into everyone's brains with this blind item that she drops that now Aki and Audrey are sure is about each of them.
Constance's most constant couples isn't as coupled as we thought.
You know, I thought that that was gonna be like, alright, now they're finally gonna all like try being together or whatever, but instead it seems like Aki and Audrey are trying to suppress the feelings that they have for Max and pretend that it's not happening. I'm sure we're gonna see both of these characters go on further journeys, especially Aki, who seems like he is kind of struggling with his own sexuality and is maybe feeling a little bit confused and unsure. And so maybe that's something they will continue to explore with him. This episode, Zoya is also kind of struggling with feeling like she needs to be a certain type of person to live up to Obi's Prince of New York status, which he just likes her how she is, but she's starting to feel that burn of everyone roasting her on social media. And it's interesting because while we still haven't learned much about Monet and Luna, it seems like they're really opportunistic and will just go with whoever would be like kind of best for them. So if Julian's canceled, they'll go to the New World Order and be with Zoya.
Julian falls, we aren't going down with her.
So they're kind of keeping those doors open a little bit by trying to help Zoya fit in, and then I think she ultimately realizes that like she doesn't need to do all of that, she should just be herself. But that kind of was something that I wasn't expecting, and it seems like Luna and Monet are really just out for themselves to help themselves succeed, and I think that's really cool and I would like to see more of that. It seems like in the next episode for Zoya's birthday, they're going to try to reveal something about Zoya that will get her out of the picture. And I was trying to think, okay, well, what would that be? Could they possibly know Zoya's big secret from her past school? And I was like, no. I think what it is when Zoya accidentally revealed to Luna that they're staying at her grandmother's apartment and they're technically not supposed to be there. I think that's the secret that they might reveal and try to blow up and get rid of Zoya. But maybe twist it to make it look like Julian did it to cause even more of a problem, but also rise Julian's status more so that they can continue to be attached to the Queen Bee. And finally, like I mentioned, Gossip Girl is being investigated by the school. Parents are really upset, and they've even hired an intelligence agency to try to sniff out who is Gossip Girl. And with this threat looming, the teachers that are involved are trying to kind of throw the scent onto someone else. And so they trick another teacher that was part of the group into posting something and getting caught, and she gets fired, but she doesn't know that that was their plan. So she keeps the big secret still about them being Gossip Girl, and it's just fired. And so that was pretty sneaky, and it just goes to show how far these people will go to keep that power as Gossip Girl, even getting another teacher fired, because they feel like with this power they can control the students better, you know, make them think more before they act, and take down these people that are very powerful and rich and wealthy in this community. When it comes down to it, I thought that this episode actually gave us more depth to Max, and you can see the struggles that he's dealing with. It also makes me want to see even more of Zoya and Julian together. I just feel like we haven't gotten to see that sisterly bond yet, and I want to see it. That's the whole reason that Zoya's even there. And I really want to see more of Monet and Luna. I feel like these are two characters that are kind of flying under the radar so far. I feel like they're not really showing their full cards yet. We're seeing everybody else's storylines, but I want to see them really get into the thick of things. If you guys like this one, you can check out more of my Gossip Girl reviews right over here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!